Okay, folks, we are back and we have more Let's Play Super Mario Brothers. Now, I'm going to let you know about this game. Looks can definitely be deceiving as far as thinking that this game is a cakewalk. This is one of the most basic games that I feel you can probably beat and get away with bragging about it. That's really, I mean, most people that consider themselves gamers have beaten this game by the time they turn 13 or 12 or 10. And, really, now that this game is about 30 years old, it kind of makes you wonder how many people still haven't done it. Now, really, I'll tell you the truth, I just beat this game today. Unfortunately, when you see the completed Let's Play, it's not going to be the way, I did have to use cheats in order to do it. It was unfortunate, but I mean, my Super Nintendo switched off. I have the Super Nintendo on the bed and I moved. So when that happened, the Super Nintendo shut off, so that just pissed me off. I was right at that very last part. There's in 8-4, there's a Hammer Brothers, and then there's Bowser, and then there's Princess Peach. And I died by the Hammer Brother, and then the Super Nintendo shut off. So I was just like, go to hell, really. I couldn't. I said I'm not gonna do all 4 stages again, just have it turn off on me. So I said I'm just gonna use cheats. But really, this is an error video because I was attempting to beat it back. I did this back in October, and it just tried my patience, so I just quit doing it. This is one of those games that once you master it, it kind of becomes fun to beat, but really I do enjoy this. So I can pretty much play this as long as I need to, but if someone were to approach me and say, hey, you're going to stay the night at my house and we're just going to play Mario all night, I'd probably recommend Super Mario World. That one's just that much. I mean, this game, Enforced Challenge, Super Mario World, I can beat that game with my eyes closed. I mean, really, Bowser is not a problem at all, and the lack of Hammer Brothers in that game just makes it the the family's choice for Mario. So, but this, to be fair, that this game actually is still fun. I mean, I can watch this any day of the week, and so I guess I'll just go into a few history lessons with Mario. Really, this was not the number one selling game when it came out in 85. I just learned that, I read some history on the Nintendo, and they had been planning making one since 1982. So that may be something you didn't know. People say it's been around since 85, but actually it's been out in Japan since 83. And so all sorts of things. Miyamoto was kind of, he was in his 30s at that point, and really, it's the thing about the game was this, what they weren't quite as sure that this was going to work. I mean, because when you look at it, the only game that Mario was really in was Donkey Kong, and it's just like any person who has a hit. The next thing they question is, when is he going to do it again? You get that basketball player who makes a 3-point shot, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna be a fan of his until he does it like 6 to 10 more times within the next 2 games. So Mario even had to go through these trials, and Super Mario Bros. Quickly silenced critics, but it wasn't the best-selling game for the Nintendo. And if you do the research on the game, it was actually a sports game that it was. But, later on in the decade, 87, 88, it quickly changed. So, this was simply something that keeps you aware. I was not alive at all, except for 6, 7 months in the 80s. And, Obviously I was not playing video games until I was about 3 or 4 years of age. So, but this definitely was one of the first games I played, and I sincerely doubt I got past World 2 or 3. This is, I mean, the fabric of this game is the fact that it's approachable, but the true answer is that Super Mario World silenced this game in every way possible. I mean, it's more fun. 2 players, you can give Luigi lives if he runs out. The worlds are more fun. This was just the stark, very bare bones, skeletal type version of Mario, and it just doesn't compare to Super Mario World. That's just the better one. If you had to pick one, this game or Super Mario World, I would say miles away. You're just gonna have to get you know, Mario or Mario World. So, but I will say Super Mario Bros. 3 is just as fun. Both of those are kind of the pinnacle of, two-dimensional type stuff. I mean, it's really all it is you just have to... I know it sounds like I'm just being a game addict, but these are things, this is just common knowledge when you know that sort of thing. So it's strange, that's the only thing. But I will say that this game, I didn't realize I liked it until down the road. But then, I could probably say that Zelda was the same way. Most people think, oh, everyone's played Mario, but the thing is that usually most people branched out rather quickly, and that's just something that I'm realizing. I just went by the book. So many folks don't go by it by the book. Like, if you were to say what was the second game you played after Mario, someone would say, oh, I played Contra, I played Golden Axe for the Sega, I played this such and such. There's just so many different games that people gravitated to after Mario. Even if you started with Mario, that doesn't mean that you're elementary, and that's just one of the small things. This makes me wonder how television went, because the thing about television itself is, those first shows that we all started with, they're always different. But so this game pisses me off. I've yet to really say that, but it does. It's good. It's pretty good at doing that. I was pretty sure I was yelling at the screen when I was doing this. Don't be surprised. And really, if I wanted to, it will get you mad. Look at Bowser there. That's the situation. So I get a game over and then that's it. But this is just an error video. Subscribe for more fun. You'll see the game completed.